honor our awards now before brunch, so we don't want to overwhelm you because there's such powerful awards, and we don't want somebody passing out and saying, "Oh, hallelujah!" But we're going to do one now because it is just an honor. We're going to go ahead and present our Young Professional Award. As I told you all before, this Young Professional of the Year award is so dear to my heart because of not only my mentor at an early age, even though she wasn't too much older than I was, it just showed her wisdom. And then Jacques, later on, after leaving the nursing profession, tapped into what was already established, her family-owned business. So Jackie had a heart for the mental health. When I tell you a heart to serve, but mental health, honey, I would go to that home some days. I said, Jack, I got to go. These people might drive you crazy. Because the reason I say that is because they all just swamped to her. Like, there were workers there, but when she got there, it was like nobody was working that day. Like, Miss Jackie, Miss Jackie, Miss Jackie, Miss Jackie, Miss Jackie, Miss Jackie. And every one of them, y'all, I sat back. Every one of them she took care of like they were her own. Every one of them she took care of like they were her own. And some of them were older than her, but some of them were younger than her. But even though she was the owner of the business, she did not work like the owner. She worked just like a servant, because that's what she was to those folks. She said, Linda, I have people in my home that when they got here, nobody else would take them. And if you work in mental health, you know levels. Nobody else would take them. But I said, bring them on. It could be in the middle of the night. It could be wherever. She never turned, no matter how they were, what levels they were. But all of them, she always never turned them away. And she said, Linda, I have people here that have not had a family member to come since they were placed in my facility. So she did holidays at her house, like she gave them that balance where everything she did for them were not at the home. She brought them to her home, she took them on trips. She did so much. And her staff, she took care of them. It was just, I could go on and on. But even with all of that, she had a heart to give to a young entrepreneur, a young professional, a young RN, a young nurse. So I say that when I think about this award, it goes to a professional. Not only are they young, but they are true to their craft. And I don't know why I'm trying to look this up. I ain't no bio. But this young lady, she got into this field. She came on the scene. Like when I met her through my friend. And I didn't really know exactly what she did, but she stole my heart. We used to have this girls group, and we go to different houses, and it was her and her little clique. Y'all, they always just reminded me so much of me and Lisa. Lisa, wave your hand. When we were coming up, it reminded me so much of her, of how we used to go and travel together and do different things as we were growing in leadership, in positions, not knowing what God had for us. This is how these girls were whenever we got there. You know, Felicia, you come home to you. And so we said, I just looked back. And then when she got into the school district, oh my God, she took it by storm. She developed an organization for girls. Anytime they needed something, you know, she would find that without really exposing what she was doing. So I could go on and on. But she took it by storm, got into school, changing lives, helping little girls, doing everything that she could do for them. She traveled. She does so much, y'all. But I watch her because I know some days it might be tiresome because she took a different route from what we know that her family is a part of. She created her own pathway. She created her own pathway because she wanted to be who God called her to be. And so that's why it stood in my heart like, oh my gosh, she writing her own book. She telling her own story. So without any further ado, you all, I'm going to present our Young Professional of the Year Award to Kyndra Johnson. Let's stand as she come forward. You see that smile? She don't make no noise, y'all, but she's just such a dear and charming young lady, and I love her so much. But Kyndra, we love you. Girl, we see you too. Yes, so you are a girl that's getting love, and we want you to continue to be blessed and know that you have a whole community standing behind you, rooting you on, and eyes haven't seen and ears haven't heard.